Hey, okay, so I wanted to present this as an option for you if you're looking into doing vendor shows, just because personally I haven't had the best success with vendor shows. And maybe it's just me, maybe it's just not my thing. It's definitely worth maybe giving it a shot and seeing if it works for you. But I kind of wanted to present a couple of alternative ideas for you as well. Just because a lot of times when you do those vendor fairs and stuff, it costs money to set up a booth. And usually it's about, depending on the size, it's like 25 to 50 bucks to set up a booth at a vendor fair. And here's where like why I don't love vendor fairs is just because when you set up the booth and you're paying money, number one, you don't really know how well advertised the event is. So if you pay $25 and they don't tell anybody about it, or it's not in the newspaper, or they don't have signage, or they're not reminding people or getting out in the community, then it could be pretty dead and you could only get 50 people who walk through the entire event. And then that's just kind of like a waste of time. And not only that, but even if it is well advertised, you never know what people are there for. I'd say most of my vendor events, people are there to like do shopping, and it's usually around the holidays. And they're there to get gifts for people. And our product isn't necessarily like a shopping type thing. It's usually the last thing on people's minds is to like buy a wrap. I have sold a couple of wraps at vendor fairs, but more than likely I end up giving wraps away in a free drawing. So if you're doing a vendor fair, that's fine. Absolutely. The one thing I would say is definitely do a free drawing. And on our group page, I don't know if I have these ones or these ones, but I've got these little ballots for people to fill out to put into a drawing for a free wrap. So you would give away a free wrap, draw one name out, give away a free wrap, and then you'd have the contact information of all the people who didn't win. And, you could say, hey, just wanted to touch base with you. Unfortunately, I didn't draw your name, but I'd love to come out and wrap you for $25. And if, for every friend that you have come, I'll take $5 off. Something like that. That might be a good way to do it. But again, even with these, a lot of times people fill them half out, or they just want something for free. They're not really interested. They never return your calls. They don't return your messages. It's kind of like, But definitely, if you're going to do it, definitely do the ballot. Other options would be, obviously parties. Just work harder to try to book parties. And because really with the vendor shows, you're going to find they're going to be taken. Like as soon as a vendor show is put out there, people are messaging that person like, I want a booth, I want a booth, I want a booth. And they've already got an It Works person. So you're spending a lot of time going through all these vendor fairs trying to get a booth when you could just be trying to get a party, and parties are like top notch, like first and foremost, party. So take that time and effort, put it towards a party. Plus you're not spending money to do a party. You're just potentially giving a wrap away for free, which you would be doing at the vendor show anyway with the ballot form. So parties, number one. I love the idea that Stephanie Dunn gave in that video about talking to local salons or gyms about sampling out product. And, just maybe going around and asking people about that might be a good idea, because that's another free way of advertising. Because obviously if you're sampling out product, then their people are getting some free stuff, or getting to try some stuff for free, which is good for their business. And then obviously you're getting more contacts that way, and it's good for your business too. The last thing that I wanted to touch base with you on is if you are interested in spending a little bit of money to try to target an audience, I wanted to give you the idea of boosting a post. And what that is I'm not a huge fan of business pages. I don't actively work a business page. I do have a business page, but only so that I can boost posts. So with a business page on Facebook, you can actually take a post and boost it, and you can send it out to a targeted group of people. So women ages 19 to 52 that live in Detroit, that like Starbucks, that you can demographically like kind of narrow it down to people that'll probably be interested in this business or these products. When I boost, I always go for distributors. I don't really go for loyal customers, but that's something that I'm considering doing as well now. And you get to set the budget. So usually when I do a boosted post, and I'll show you here a little bit real quick how to do it. Usually when I do a boosted post, I set my budget for like $300 and then I stop it, because you can pause them at any time. I stop it when I have spent, what I really want to spend. So say I want to boost a post for $25, I'll set it for like $300 for, a week or whatever. And then after I hit the $25 mark, I pause it, or $50 or whatever. Or if I get a lot of response, then I pause it because I got a lot of response. So let me kind of show you, I'll do a screen share and kind of show you what I'm talking about here. All right, here's my desk tab. Super messy. All right, so here's my business page. I just called it Worldwide Wellness. I'm thinking about changing the name because it's not really catchy. I'm thinking like something like Believe in Your Dreams or something kind of like that. That is a little bit more like compelling. But anyway, so this is my business page. And what I've done is I just take posts. Occasionally I'll do like a before and after just so people know what we're all about. But I'm going to scroll down to my last boosted post for you here. All right, this one here. So I do a selfie, a nice fun image, you and your son or you and your family, or just a nice selfie of yourself, and kind of like what your message is. So this one I targeted stay-at-home moms or moms that want to stay at home. And then I kind of gave my story, saying I'm no one special. I didn't talk anything about money, like this is how much I make or whatever, but I do, I just kind of say that, at this point, I'm making more than I did when I worked 50 hours a week. I'm no one special, but you could take that part out, whatever. You just make it your own story, obviously, and just make it compelling for people that want a life change, basically, because that's what people are looking for. Like they're sick of the 9-to-5 or the third shift or whatever. So what you do is you create your post and you put it on your business page. Then you come over here. So let me get to an old one that I didn't boost. So say I did this one and I want to boost this post here. You click this tab here and it's called Boost Post. And this is where you get to actually set up a demographic. You can create an audience over here, create a new audience. And let me show you how to do that. So, I'm going to just call this test. Women ages, let's go 20 to 43 just for fun. And then you can select specific locations and countries and all that stuff. So I'm going to just say, let's just say New York. Boom. New York, the whole state of New York. Perfect. That works. I like to target one area just to kind of feel, I like to find areas that aren't really saturated. Although really no market's really saturated at this point. I would stick close to home probably for you, just so that you can like meet up with people. That's always kind of been better for me, is when I am closer to home. So like my last one that I did, I did Davenport, Omaha, and Des Moines. So then you do that, and then you come down here and you can set, right, save that. You can set likes and interests and all that stuff on here too. And then you could set your budget, total budget. How much do you want to spend? How many days do you want it to run? And like I said, you can pause it at any time. You can set it for whatever you want. But what I found is when Facebook thinks that they may potentially get more money, they kind of blast it a little bit more. So that's why I like to set my budget higher and then pause it when I'm done. And then all you do is click boost, and then it goes through an approval process, which takes a couple of hours, and then they start sending it, and people will see it actually on their newsfeed. So again, I'm not giving you this information saying that you need to go out and spend money to advertise your business, because I didn't do this up until like a couple months ago. There are ways to build your business without putting additional money into it. But my biggest thing for you is just to give you this option. If it's something that you're thinking about doing a vendor show, this is kind of like a vendor show. You're just paying for like advertising for to get your impressions on people. And at least with this, you have a little bit more control than a vendor fair, because you know that the information is getting sent out and it's actually targeted to your specific group that you want it to be targeted to. So again, you don't need to do this. It's just an idea, but just something to consider, going forward. But I definitely, when I'm ranking it, parties number one, obviously messaging people number two, then trying to get in. I love that idea from Steph about trying to get in doing sample events at gyms and salons and that sort of thing. And then this I would say do this over a vendor fair. Again, like I said, just depends on the event that you're looking at. If it's like a health expo, then maybe this would be a little bit more suited, but really consider that and ask the questions to the people before you book the show. Like, how much advertising do you do? Where do you advertise? About how many people show up? And then consider that with how much it costs. So, from these, I've gotten a couple of loyal customers and working on a couple of distributors now that are kind of on the fence. But, like I said, it's planting seeds at least in the people that respond that they're interested. At least I know I can follow up with those people that they're actually kind of interested. So just food for thought. Hope you're having a good day. And if you have more questions, let me know. I know I kind of sped through that, but if it's something that you're actually interested in doing, if not now, then later, then at that time we can kind of go over the best way to set that up. And I can go over the demographic part of it, like setting that target audience a little bit more in depth. But that just kind of gives you an idea. All right. Hope you're having a good day. Talk to you later. Bye.